Hallo, is Lodewijk, and we are dealing with pictures of Jesus from the Old Testament. And there was a day that the scribes and Pharisees came and they said to Jesus, "Can you give us a sign?" And it's amazing Jesus' response, because he knew them. He knew their hearts. They weren't interested to really know whether he was the Son of God. All they wanted was to catch him out so they can condemn him to death. And he said to them, "You are an adulterous generation. The only sign that you will receive is the sign of Jonah." And this is in Matthew 12, where you can go and read about it. Now, what was the sign of Jonah? Jonah was sent to Nineveh to speak to them, to ask them to repent, and they obliged. But on his way there, Jonah was in the stomach of the fish for 3 days. And it always bothered me. I think custom is that we believe that Jesus was crucified on a Friday and he rose on a Sunday. But if you carefully count, you will never fit 3 days into the Friday, Saturday, Sunday equation. There was a specific Passover that took place on the Thursday. And that was the one that was the Passover when Jesus was crucified, which means that Jesus was crucified on a Thursday, and the sign of Jonah came, him being in the belly of death or in the belly of the fish, Friday, Saturday. On the third day, he rose from the dead. So it's a trivial but very, very important detail to say that Jesus was not crucified on a Friday, he was crucified on a Thursday, so that the sign of Jonah can come to fulfillment. The Jews knew this. They knew that Jesus was buried for 3 days, so they received this sign. Still, many of them decided not to believe. They rather persecuted the disciples that testified of the resurrection and the resurrected Jesus, the resurrected Christ. So when you look at the story, even a simple thing like Jonah tells the story of the Messiah that would die and that would be resurrected to life, coming out to the world, saying to them, "Repent." And as Jesus said, Nineveh would be a city that will testify against that generation, because Nineveh obliged, but that generation decided to say, "He's not the Messiah." But for us, he's the Messiah. He brought us life. He overcame physical and spiritual death by his life, by his death, by his resurrection. He is our King. We can believe in him because he's proven everything.